Chuck's howdy! Welcome to episode 2 of Ramblin Cast. We made it to episode 2. We did it.
No one died, but almost.
Almost. I almost had a heart attack.
The world would have been a lucky day.
Ow. So I do sort of have how I do kind of want to do this. Since this is episode 2, I think we should actually say who we are. Because I don't think we ever said our names.
I don't think that ever happened.
Well, I'm Anthony. I'm the host, pretty much. I'm the guy in charge. Who are you?
I am Ricky. I'm just kind of here, along for the ride.
Yeah. He just shows up.
Yeah.
And that's about it, yeah. And so, I guess our main topic will be wrap-up. What we talked about last week, which was 2023 news. And are we excited for anything in 2024? I do have 3 things from 2023 I didn't bring up. Do you want me to bring those up first? Or
yeah.
Okay. Well, Family Guy might be getting canceled.
Cool.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So basically the story, and I don't know the exacts of everything. Fox, who still airs Family Guy, has moved their schedule. It used to be a part of Animation Domination on Sunday nights with The Simpsons and all that. But they actually changed the schedule, and I think it's on like Wednesday or Tuesday nights now for some reason. And no one's really sure why. And people are thinking that this is either Fox or Disney kind of finishing the contract and killing it. Basically, whenever Fox does a contract to renew something, they usually do a couple seasons at a time. So when the Simpsons contract happened, they confirmed seasons 32 to 35. So it's believed that Family Guy is probably at the end of one of their contracts, and that they probably want to end it, and that's why they're putting on a weird schedule that no one's going to watch it on. So what do you think about that?
I mean, is it worth keeping around anymore?
Not really.
That's just my thought. Is like, who really watches Family Guy anymore?
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it'd be a worthwhile thing because, well, it's been going on for way too goddamn long, and it's the same joke every episode.
Okay. Well, for our next piece of news that I forgot, I did forget one passing that's kind of important. The lead singer on Smash Mouth died. Steve Harwell. I almost said Steve Harvey.
Yeah, that would have been a mess up.
Well, I mean, he's messed up like that before. Any opinion on Smash Mouth?
No, not really.
Okay.
Don't really care.
I like Smash Mouth personally. It is kind of sad. He was a little bit younger. Last thing. This one's kind of weird. But, it's the only time we're going to bring up this person. Taylor Swift made movie history last year. Did you hear about this?
No.
So, back in the olden days, a long time ago, movie theaters were actually bought by, like, movie companies. And so if you wanted to see, like a Universal movie, you had to go to, like, a Universal theater.
Mm-hmm.
And it was eventually decided in the Supreme Court that was kind of messed up and anti-consumer. And so now every movie theater is independently owned and not owned by a film company. But a few years ago, I don't know when, like around 10 years ago, they actually reversed that decision in the Supreme Courts. And everyone was waiting to see who would be the first company to do it. To have their own movie theater, basically. And air their own movies. Well, Taylor Swift was making a documentary. And for some reason, no studio wanted to buy it. And so she said, fuck it. And she bought basically the AMC movie theater company. And they released her movie in her own theaters. And so everyone thought it was going to be like Universal or something, but it turned out to be Taylor Swift to be the first to do it.
So everybody run out and see Generic White Bitch the movie.
Hell yeah. And that's basically the last of the 2023 news. So Ricky, I asked at the end of last time's video, what were you excited for in 2024?
Financial stability? I don't know.
Well, Ricky, we both know it's not going to happen.
Another motorcycle?
Okay, that might happen.
Okay.
I'm
happy with either.
I did make my own little list here because I have dementia and I would have forgotten. Like Ricky. Oh shit, I didn't even pick a topic for this video. I got...
Well...
I think our topic is going to be... Do you want to do the music and podcast?
You might as well.
Okay. Oh, my phone went off. So basically, here's what I wrote down for what I'm excited for in 2024. Not a lot. But I'm very excited to see more about GTA 6.
Oh yeah.
Just more news. I would love to see more gameplay footage. Sorry, I'm playing a game. I'm playing a game and I'm trying to read this. The other thing I'm excited for, I think we both agree, I think this year is going to be the year we're finally going to get some King of the Hill reboot news. We know it's in production, and that Johnny Hardwick did voices for it, and that's all we know. I don't think it's going to come out this year, but I do think we're going to get news about it this year.
I mean, what I want to... Honestly, I hate to say it. I know everybody's excited for it. I think it would be weird to do it without Dale.
It would, but I think you could do it for the first season, just because it was in production before he went.
I mean, without the main four, there's kind of nothing.
So now the next are basically just movies, because I couldn't think of any video games that were coming out this year, really, off the top of my head. So here are movies that are coming out this year. Deadpool 3 is supposed to come out this year.
It might be good.
Joker 2 with Lady Gaga.
Because they ran out of good cocaine addicts?
The new Nosferatu remake sounds cool. Looks cool.
When having a movie title you can pronounce is just too easy.
And the last one. This movie is sort of been talked about in lost media because it never did come out. And this year it's actually getting an actual release. A movie called The Day the Clown Cried. Have you heard about this one?
No.
So, there's a comedian, and you're probably going to mix him up with the music artist. There's a comedian called Jerry Lewis, not related to Jerry Lee Lewis, who made a movie called The Day the Clown Cried, and it never got released. There's some weird legal stuff that happened, and it also was very controversial even before it came out, because it was... Well, do you know the story like Peter Piper, who, controlled all the rats?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was about, basically, except instead of rats, it was the idea of a clown, commanding kids to go into a concentration camp gas chamber. Ricky laughed.
What the fuck?
And you can obviously tell why this movie probably didn't come out.
Yeah, a few guesses.
But when Jerry Lewis was about to die, he said, I want the movie to come out, but I want to be dead. And so he specifically said 10 years after he died or something like that. I don't remember the exact time.
You said Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, I did? I meant Jerry Lewis. Fuck, I fucked that one up. Basically, it's coming out this year in June at some point. And so the world will finally be able to see The Day the Clown Cried. A 1970s comedy about a clown putting kids in a concentration camp. A comedy for the whole family. Would you like to see that, Ricky? And don't lie.
I don't really watch movies. Sad part.
Okay. And that's basically all I had written down for what I wanted in 2024.
I just want a motorcycle.
Ricky just wants a motorcycle. He doesn't want to see kids in the Holocaust die. He just wants a motorcycle.
I mean, you're saying that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. But let's get into the news. That's basically the end of our wrap-up.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the 1st of January was Public Domain Day. The day where you can now use things. So I just wrote down a list of stuff that came out in 1928 that can technically...
24.
1928. It's
What?
Public Domain Day.
I thought it was 100 years.
95 years.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, the big one, of course, is Mickey Mouse. And 3 shorts. Steamboat Willie, which sounds like an innuendo. Plain Crazy, which also sounds like an innuendo. And Gallopin' Gaucho, which also sounds like an innuendo.
Fucking how?
You don't want to know. But yeah, I guess you can use the original Mickey Mouse, kinda. But probably not, because I have a feeling Disney will try to fight you in court.
Yeah, that's good. That law's gonna get changed because of Disney.
But we'll get into some other movies. Nothing too crazy this year. The Passion of Joan of Arc, which is like a classic Hollywood movie. The Circus, which is a... Oh shit, I forgot his name. Who's the Hitler guy?
Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin. I like how we call him the Hitler guy.
Not the same guy.
Not the same. Not Hitler and Charlie Chaplin are 2 different people. One is a comedian. One committed the worst genocide in modern history.
I know it sounds like the same thing.
I know it sounds like the same thing. The Man Who Laughs, which is a Universal horror movie that inspired the Joker, is now public domain. And the last movie I got is a movie called Spies that I always wanted to see but never got around to it. And the last 3 are books, which are the second ever Winnie the Pooh book, which is the first appearance of Tigger with a T. Tigger with a T.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft's Call of Cthulhu, which I think was already public domain for some reason, but now officially is. And the World War I book, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And All Quiet on the Western Front actually had a movie last year, which means that whoever made that movie had to pay someone in the author's family. And they could have just waited a year. But that's all for Public Domain Day. Let's get into the actual news. Well, first of all, Mickey Mouse, of course, public domain, has a horror movie that no one's going to watch coming out. Have you heard about that? You
What?
care? They're making a Mickey Mouse horror movie where he's going to be a slasher character.
It could get interesting.
Probably not, but maybe.
I mean, they're going to do it shitty, but it's a good concept.
So this one is actually sad. Tom Scott, a YouTuber I love a lot, has decided to basically retire this year in early January after doing weekly uploads for 10 years straight with no misses from what I'm sure of. It's very sad. I like Tom Scott a lot. I think he's a great YouTuber, one of the few really good ones that no one really hates. And there's another YouTuber on here that's retiring that I have the complete opposite reaction about. Yeah, Tom Scott is very sad. Jack Black will be voicing Steve in the Minecraft movie. You have anything to say about that?
Why do we need video game movies?
Money. So did you see the jump in the courtroom?
No.
So basically this guy was being sentenced, I think, for assault and battery. And so in the courtroom, he got upset when the judge was going to, give him give him a sentence. Mm-hmm. And before she could even finish the sentence, he somehow jumped over the bench, over everything. And this had to be like a 5-foot jump. He leaped over and tackled the judge. And this is caught. I think this is in Las Vegas or Nevada, I think.
So where it probably would have been a light sentence.
Where it would have been a light sentence means he has to go to court again. Actually, I'm going to show you this video real quick.
So when you're getting sentenced for assault and battery, what's best to do? Commit more assault and battery.
And from what I've heard, he is still has to go back to court for new charges and his old charges, which he does have a sentence now by the same judge. So here it comes.
Boing. Thank God for Suit Guy. Suit Guy's whipping his ass. Jesus.
Anyway, he had to go back to court, and he had a bit of a new getup where he looked like an Arkham Asylum inmate. If I could find the image. Courtroom jumper. Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, so there's a new getup where he has to wear chains and one of those Hannibal Lecter masks.
Well, no shit.
After he had to come back. Oh, he has like gloves that are like padded.
So they're basically fucking boxing gloves?
Yep. And so he had to go to court wearing the Arkham Asylum outfit. And he has 15 new charges, and it was all recorded on video. So that guy's fucked.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, Ricky. I don't know if there's anything you want to say about this. I don't have a lot to say. But the Epstein documents came out.
Really? Did they all come out?
Not all.
No.
There were... I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it.
Stephen Hawking's the interesting one.
Stephen Hawking's the interesting one. I don't know how true they are, but he liked to watch midget porn. Midgets have sex, excuse me.
To me, you gotta really read through the list to see who he was getting shipped somewhere else, who was actually coming to the island, what they were coming to the island for.
It is true.
Like, I don't think it's a canon proof of wrongdoing list, like everybody thinks it is.
I agree.
Also,
I do have 4 of the names that I did find that people were talking about. I don't know how truthful they are, though. And one of them is Stephen Hawking.
The only one that's a surprise is Stephen Hawking, let's be honest here. No one else cares about the other ones.
It is true. It is true. I'm working on the Fat Man Rumble, and Ricky's looking at me because I have to go back to my reference image back and forth. But the other ones I wrote down are Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and Prince Andrew, which is, I guess, a part of the royal family. I don't know anything about those people, though.
So inbreeding was not enough for him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they did that. That should be a sport. Inbreed sport.
I mean, the royal family, fucking top tier inbreeding.
It's not even top tier. Have you seen the old guy? He looks like he's a zombie. But I guess he's still alive, so maybe it is top tier.
Multiple generations of inbreeding.
My sister's my cousin.
And they say it's the
Southerners.
Yeah, they say it's the southern U.S. No, it's the goddamn royal family.
I love my cousin. I gotta take a dump. Okay.
The shitting cast next.
The shitting cast. Vinesauce, the streamer Vinesauce, got banned off Twitch. Once again, I say it, fuck Twitch. Awful website, terrible people. They banned him for sexual conduct because he watched a YouTube animation where a character pretended to... I don't even remember. It was like they ate a cucumber sexually. And I want to remember this is the same website where last episode we talked about how they allowed nudity. So you can apparently show your dick, but you can't suck a cucumber sexually. Awful website.
Yeah.
Adult Swim airs Public Domain, bitch. Basically a bumper where they had Mickey Mouse hump and kiss the words Public Domain, bitch on TV. I love Adult Swim. I gotta agree, that was pretty good. I wonder if I can actually find it. Oh, here it is. They aired that on TV.
Goddamn.
I like how they use the word bitch, too. So the other YouTuber I'm happy to leave, I don't even know if you know who this person is, but yeah. MatPat from Game Theory leaves YouTube. Thank god, I fucking hate MatPat so goddamn much.
What'd
The
he
only
do?
thing that would have been better is if I would love that.
What'd he do to you?
I just don't like him. I hate him. There's a few people I don't know. Maybe I'm going too rough, but I just don't like the man.
He seems very generic, but I mean he exists, and that's all I really know.
Okay. New York City is full of holes. Did you hear about the... Well, late last year there was a video about a mole man who would live in the holes in New York City. That was pretty strange. But this week there was a mosque. I think it's a mosque. Is that where Jewish people go to church?
Yes.
Where they dug a hole underneath it and was going through tunnels under New York City. Did you hear about this?
Okay. No.
Yeah, so New York City is full of holes. You either have mole men in them or weird Jewish people hiding from the police. I don't know why this happened. I don't know why they thought that, and now their foundation is basically fucked.
Yeah.
As if, you know, the New York Foundation needed to be even more fucked.
Yeah.
The TF2 comic released 7 years ago, but still no final issue. Video Game Donkey uploaded a video saying he is not leaving YouTube, since everyone seems to want to leave YouTube. Valve attacks modders. Valve is going against the modding community, which is actually what basically created Valve. And then after killing the modders, they, on TF2, like, they fucking, the game, all the item servers went down for like a week. So you could barely play TF2 or any of the mods. And thank you, Ricky.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But it just seems weird because Valve doesn't usually attack modders, and they did. The Fairly Odd Parents leak. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Can you believe it? They're rebooting something. I can't believe it. In the year 2024, they rebooted something. They're rebooting Fairly Odd Parents. And there was a leak.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean,
fuck you, it's forever.
Yeah. Fuck you, it's January. Fuck you, it's forever. Actually, just fuck you at this point.
Yeah. No one will.
We are done being creative, so we're just doing this now.
So the Fairly Odd Parents reboot will be about Cosmo and Wanda with a new kid. It's not going to be Timmy Turner. And Timmy Turner is now apparently an obese bus driver in the series. I'm not making this up.
So I do have news about another...
Oh, go ahead.
Well, it's not a reboot, it's a continuation. It's basically another season. Phineas and Ferb.
Oh yeah, that's been happening for a while.
I did not know that.
So the Phineas and Ferb story is that the creators made a new show and it did not take off at all. And so, yeah.
They've made a couple of new shows that didn't really take off.
Phineas and Ferb, I know before that they did a few movies to talk about how they're coming back. It is a little weird. I feel like Phineas and Ferb might be a little too old for the new generation, and it's been gone for a little bit too long, I think.
I don't know how long it's been gone, to be honest.
It's almost been 10 years. Maybe been more than 10 years.
I mean, it's kind of one of them things that have, because of alternate channels, have always existed. So, I mean, to me, it makes sense.
Okay.
But they kind of gave it a very canon and final ending, so I don't know how they're picking back up.
I did not see the ending, did you?
No, I've heard of the ending.
Is it time travel related?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they straight up just gave a final ending that concluded the series, and with no necessary of a continuation.
Well, fuck you, it's forever, Ricky.
I hate when people like give a good ending to something and then, oh, we're gonna bring her back.
Speaking of that, did you hear about Seth MacFarlane's new TV series? He is doing a new Ted thing, but instead of a movie, it's going to be a TV series.
I still haven't seen it. Still refuse to see it.
Ted, the first Ted actually isn't that bad. I'll be honest with you. I had never seen Ted 2, but I know the first one really wasn't that bad. Mark Wahlberg's an asshole, though.
Yeah.
We're just going to complain about people we don't like. This is the we complain about people podcast.
Yeah.
All right, this one's a bit local. Did you hear about the Chicago rat hole?
I mean...
Not Chicago is a rat hole, but the rat hole.
Okay. I mean, I was going to say, that was kind of obvious, but now that you rephrase it...
Basically, in the cement, there was a rat or a squirrel that planted into the cement and caused an indentation. And that's become like a new national landmark where people go around it and throw pennies into it and then praise it and then dress as like a rat bishop around it.
Is it the giant rat that makes all the rules?
I'm the giant rat that makes all the rules. It might be. It should be.
I get it.
We should get Jerma to go to the Chicago rat hole before they fill it up.
You know Chicago, they're going to keep that shit just because it brings people to Chicago. And who wants to go to fucking Chicago?
Stupid people. Alright.
I don't even hate the violent part of Chicago. That part's kind of fucking cool. It's the main part with all the fucking hippies and fucking suit people.
Suit people? Is that what they're
people.
called?
I hate all the white people in Chicago.
Oh, what? Is there any?
Yes. Those are the people I hate.
Okay. Well, next one might be a little bit political, but I thought it was funny, so I had to bring it up. I found this on the internet. It seems not to be a popular thing, but I thought it was really funny. Ron DeSantis went to the Iowa caucuses, and someone there, don't laugh at the word caucuses, someone there handed him a participation trophy.
What an absolute fucking legend.
And Ron DeSantis didn't take very kindly to it.
That's great. We need to find out who that is and give him a medal.
But that's really all I know about him. There's a live action How to Train Your Dragon movie starting production. Fuck you, it's forever.
Yeah, basically.
I like the first two How to Train Your Dragons. I never saw the third. It doesn't need to be a live action movie. It's the end of that. Speaking of live action shit, there's rumors of a new live action Danny Phantom movie. You didn't grow up with Danny Phantom, but I did.
I know generally what it is. I just didn't really care about it as a kid. I thought Ed, Edd and Eddy was better. Actually, Cartoon Network was just better.
Cartoon Network is better. Hey, do you want to make your own character? You can do that if you want.
Oh, all good.
Good. Okay.
I mean, you can...
I'm going to put this down because it's distracting me.
Yeah, you can pay a fucking attention to what you're fucking doing.
This has probably been terrible. Oh, okay. No more funny traffic signs. I sent you a video on this one where, you know those little LED screens that say something stupid on it?
Mm-hmm.
That you can no longer have funny things on there. Quote unquote funny things.
Thanks fucking God.
It's real
every time
cringy humor.
I'll be out on a road call and I'm trying to get back to the shop and I'll be in traffic and that sign will just be just enough to piss me the fuck off.
Well, it's still going to say things like, don't drink and drive and put down your phone, but it won't say anything funny, apparently.
How about you take your phone and shove it up your goddamn ass?
Oh, there was one funny one from Colorado. Of course it's from fucking Colorado. Okay, Colorado had a sign that had to get taken down after about 2 days because of so many complaints. It said, get your head out of your apps. I kind of like that one, but that's the only one I ever heard that I kind of liked.
I have another story for later on that goes to, this kind of involves Colorado, and it's kind of just a fucking complete baller move on the guy's part.
Oh, do you want to do it now? Oh, wait, is this...
So, if you've been on the YouTubes, you know of the, I hate this guy. Like, this is the guy that if I would not be a bit of sad. His name is WhistlinDipshit. I call him WhistlinDipshit. I fucking hate the guy. But he did the most fucking goddamn baller move ever. He found one of the last running Komatsu D355As. Like, the last running one that probably will ever be on the market.
Yeah. What did he do to it?
No. It's what he did. He diverted his delivery 10 hours away from his house just so he can throw it on a trailer and drive through Granby, Colorado with it.
Just to be an asshole?
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
So, if you don't get the story, the Killdozer, Marvin Heemeyer, it was a Komatsu D355A.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought you were talking about originally.
Yeah. He is going to get it just so he can pull it down the streets of Granby, Colorado, and that is the only good thing I have to say about the guy.
That is legendary.
Yeah. Fuck that guy except for this situation because it's fucking awesome.
Oh, man. Do you think he just takes on a stroll every once in a while? Do you think he's plotting something? He's like, they call me WhistlinDipshit. I'm going to show them.
I don't know what his plan is. He's probably going to fucking destroy it because it's the last fucking running example of that bulldozer that, like, you cannot just get this bulldozer. So he's probably going to fucking destroy it and piss me off.
Oh, that sounds fun.
A fucking piece of history. Don't fucking destroy it.
Yeah, why don't they make them no more?
Actually, they've been like discontinued for years before the Killdozer incident.
Okay, I don't know my dozer history. What is a dozer? Bulldozer. Okay.
God damn it!
My brain is not working today. I think I'm getting sick. I'll be honest with you.
Because everybody likes the Caterpillar dozer, which. Okay, not getting into history, I do think the Komatsu was a far better dozer. That's not from a realm of bias, that's just fact.
I wouldn't know, but I know you hate Caterpillar, and I would agree.
No, that's not from a realm of bias, that's from moving my bias. It's still better.
Okay. We're almost done with the news, I promise. It's just we haven't recorded in 3 weeks. Oh, yeah. I forgot to bring up if we did anything this week. How about we do that after news?
Yeah.
Godzilla -1 minus color is coming out in America in January 26th. It's re-releasing Godzilla -1 but in black and white.
Fuck you, it's January.
We have nothing better. I will say Godzilla -1 is a great movie, but I think I prefer it in color. Richard Simmons did not give permission to have a movie made about him. They were making a movie about Richard Simmons, the workout guy. Not Gene Simmons, the Kiss guy. Don't get those two confused. I did on accident. But apparently this movie's been made in production for a little bit, and he has been against it entirely and just wants to kind of just live his life in peace.
So, I mean, either way you get them confused. It's still somebody that hasn't done something in the last 20 years.
Pretty much. Well, Ricky, I think this is going to be the big sad news. No deaths. But the letters on top of the Cartoon Network building were removed and for sale on eBay. And I fucking missed out on my opportunity to buy one because they were selling for $400. I could have bought one. I just didn't know about it until hours after it ended. But you could buy.
How much money would you need to get the C and the N?
Well, the C and the N were both $400, so I guess $800. I wanted the A for Anthony.
You would have just bought all of them.
I would have, but I don't think I have that much money. I got it. Oh, go ahead.
You would have made it work.
I gotta call my bank. Listen, this is some cool ass shit right here. You just gotta give me the money.
You would have took out a loan and bought the whole.
Put it on my roof. Look what I got.
Yeah.
But it's terrible. I mean, it's cool for collectors that they just didn't get thrown away. But I still hate the fact that building's basically gone now.
How much would the wall be?
I don't know.
What would the logistics be to take the whole wall?
I don't know. But I will say, I don't know if the person who sold them was stupid or just very kind. But the fact he was selling those for like $300, $400 a piece is crazy. Because he could have made like a lot of money.
Yeah.
And chose not to.
Again, you could have bought the C and the N.
I didn't know about it until 10 hours after. All right. I would have bought it. All right. I would have bought one. I would have bought whatever was left, honestly.
If you knew about it, you'd be right there at opening and bought C and N
I'm not going to California.
eBay.
Oh, eBay, yeah. Clone High Season 2 or 3, whatever. The trailer came out of nowhere. And it's coming out on February 1st, every episode all at once. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't know. An Indiana Jones game trailer got revealed. And it's not going to have Harrison Ford in it.
I don't think he wants to do anything anymore.
Me neither. But that's what they should have done. Instead of making, whatever the last movie was, the time travel bullshit, they should have just made a video game. Sort of like what the Ghostbusters did. How Ghostbusters 3 is basically Ghostbusters the video game.
Yeah.
Alright. This one also might be a little bit political. I thought it was funny. An Oklahoma House rep has made a bill to ban furries from schools. And if there are any... Let me finish. Furry students. And if there are any furry students, you can call animal control.
A round of applause for that, man. Jesus, what a fucking hero.
Oh, man.
I'm not even joking about that.
It took him 30 years to learn that furries existed. Oh, man. All right.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Animal control?
Yeah, you can call it. I think it was animal control.
Hell yeah.
No litter boxes here. All right. And the last thing in news I got, this is a leak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping we get a lot of leaks like last year. Scooby-Doo meets Gremlins is in production.
Huh.
I think it's called like Scooby-Doo Gremlin Getaway. I think that's what it's called. And all we know is the name and the logo. And that it's apparently in production.
Yay, squeezing the draft dodgers for whatever they're fucking worth.
Are you talking about the Scooby Gang? What the
fuck?
Okay.
Yes.
It's been a while since the 60s, Ricky. I don't think they're back from those times anymore. But that's...
Again, I said what I said, and I'm going to stick with what I said.
But that's basically all the news that I got. Nothing too crazy for the last 3 weeks, but yeah. Anything you wanted to add? Anything you heard?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, Ricky, I'm kind of doing this out of order. How has your week been? Any interesting stories? Let's see if I got any. I gotta think.
Other than it being really cold, and I've done 35 road calls in the last week.
It's been very cold. Lowest I've seen was like -9, but you said you saw -15?
-15, in a field with a good wind. It was cold.
I've been, starting with the cold, I've been having car troubles, but nothing too crazy. Just a bunch of asshole mechanics that I had to deal with.
They're automotive guys. Automotive guys ain't worth shit.
But I'm trying to think, is there anything else that happened to me this week specifically? I don't think so.
And yes, going on the record, I'm saying us diesel and roadside guys are significantly smarter and better than the auto guys. Take that as you will, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I got nothing. I can't think of anything to add. My job has been pretty boring. Nothing of interest happened. There were a few interesting things when I started working there, but nothing more. We should do a topic about work stories.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Do you want to do that today, or do you want to keep going with music and podcasts?
Let's go with music and podcasts. Give a week for my memory to fire back up.
Okay. Well, basically, the only really crazy thing I remember happening at work. Well, I guess there are two. I just want to say this because boring week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 90% sure I walked by a person getting a blowjob, just out in the open. Not 100% sure, just 90% sure. This was like when I first started. And there was a girl who, like, had a seizure and fell on the ground, broke her arm, and, like, fucking smashed her face open. That was...
Same
like
situation?
Same situation, yeah. Oh, not the blowjob, no. That'd be terrible. Oh, she bit the dick off. Oh, Lordy. Lord.
Oh,
have
Lord
mercy.
Jesus, there's a fire.
Lord, there's a fire in my pants. Oh, is that all for this week?
Yeah, I reckon, yeah.
Alright. I guess time for a topic. Do you want to start with music we listen to or podcasts first?
Let's start with podcasts and then go into music. I feel like music's going to be the long part.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be honest with you. I just sort of got into podcasts over the year. There was one I listened to when I was a kid, and that was about it. And so I decided, because at work it gets kind of boring, and we're not supposed to listen to anything. Mm-hmm. So I usually just wear a hat, like that kind of hat, a beanie, a little beanie hat, and I put an earbud in and listen to whatever. And so I've been listening to podcasts for the past year. I should mention I have not gotten a single bit of useful information from anyone I've listened to.
Yeah, that's not really.
How about you? What do you listen to, if any?
I listen to a few. There's... My favorite is definitely, Unsubscribe with, Eli Double Tap.
Rest in peace, Fatty. You can just say it.
There's a whole situation to that.
Eli
Double Tap, Donut Operator, The Fat Electrician, and Brand Barba.
Hey, don't make fun of me. But yeah, I did stop listening around the time Fatty left. It just, I don't know. I had a small interest and it kind of just faded away over time.
It's Batty, not Fatty.
Oh, Batty? I thought it was Fatty the whole time.
No.
Whoops-a-daisy. I thought it would be like Cotton's War Buddies. Fatty! Brooklyn! Fatty! Topsy!
No, that's not.
Well, my favorite is the first podcast I ever listened to. The one that... I hate saying the word podcast so many times. It's such a fucking cringy-ass word.
As we're doing a podcast.
It is. I wish they came up with a better name. Like a fireside chat. Like fucking FDR.
Mind-blowing facts.
Mind-blowing facts, JFK, yeah. The Pizza Party podcast was the first. There was a lot of drama to it near the end. And it kind of sucks that it's over, but it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. It
was mostly animation news with movie news, and then just the hosts being cringe lords. It always made me laugh. Because it would just get stupider over time.
Yeah.
And I watched the first episode the day it came out. I was 14. I never heard the word podcast before, and I said, "What is this little thing?" And I knew Pan, Rebel Taxi. I watched a lot of his videos. So I clicked on it, and I learned what a podcast was that day. They popped the Pizza Party podcast popped my cherry.
God damn it. It's not fitting words for history.
Well, none of them... yeah. Should we get into the drama of both our favorite podcasts?
You know what? There's no partial fucking sins, I guess.
I don't know what that means. Is that a yes or a no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want to go first or me?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. I can give a rough, generally, what's going on.
Okay, because all I know is that Batty left, and that's the last I remember.
Supposedly it was a girlfriend thing, because girlfriend got mad at other people on podcasts, but that's really all I know. But there was a situation where Donut Operator left, and people are beginning to think that was connected to Batty, but I don't fucking know.
Okay, well, that's a lot less you can say than mine. So, this is like podcast 150, I think. There was a guy... Well, I guess we'll just say the hosts. We have Pan, Nolan, Izzy, and Jim. And Jim actually kind of stayed out of it, the drama for the most part. Jim is like my favorite guy on that podcast. I still listen to Jim. He does his own little podcast weekly for movie news. He's like a movie buff. He can talk about movies forever. But it began when Nolan basically took ownership of the podcast. Pan, he's busy making other videos and he's kind of lazy. No judgment. I'm lazy too. But Nolan basically became the prime editor of the podcast and did all that. And what happened was they're on podcast 150. I want to bring up, they did this at a really bad time because the podcast right before, they had Maxwell Atoms. So they finally get this big animation person. And then next podcast, it starts out with, hey guys, so Nolan's not on the podcast anymore. He was talking to some 13, 14-year-olds.
Nolan's not going to be on anymore. He's chosen to left after like stuff about how apparently he was commissioning minors to draw fetish rap art.
And he was doing some like weird shit, not like the normal weird shit either. I got to bring up fetishes. Yeah. Do you know what bondage is, Ricky?
I feel like you're going to tell me either way, so just go.
Oh, it's like getting wrapped up in leather and straps and stuff. Well, Nolan had a fetish for men and bondage, and he called it wrapped. I don't know what's the difference between wrapped and bondage. And so his whole thing was he was talking to artists trying to get commissions, which basically you pay an artist to draw something for you. And eventually he found an artist he liked who turned out to be 14 or 13. And basically was harassing them to keep drawing his fetish. Like I said, it's not normal. It's not like he was like, fuck me. But it's like, well, that's weird too.
Yeah. It's borderlining bad things.
So Nolan got kicked out of the podcast, or left. And like I said, he was the main editor guy. So after that, the Pizza Party podcast didn't really have much of an editor because Pan didn't want to work on it. So Izzy stepped up and sort of began it, but she was working on her own animations. She did animations for Yo Mama. You remember Yo Mama? With Brody?
Oh. No.
Oh, okay.
I kinda.
She worked on Yo Mama and just didn't have enough time. And so the Pizza Party podcast basically ended, like, unofficially. Just kind of like, well, we have no one to edit, no one to upload. Mm-hmm. And this was, like, right around the time COVID started, too. So that probably didn't help. And so it was officially over. And then it came back. And oh my god. When it came back, it got crazier. So it came back with Pan. There was a guy named Jake. And there's another guy called Daft. And what happened was Izzy and Jim were kind of busy doing their own things. They got kind of angry, both Jim and Izzy, because they didn't know this restart was happening on the Pizza Party podcast. Mm-hmm. And neither of them were basically invited back. Jim didn't seem to care. Jim's in his own world. Yeah. I think Jim doesn't need him. Izzy got mad because she was a huge part of animation community, and she just kind of felt betrayed. And also it had to do with the fact that apparently her and one of the new hosts didn't like each other very much. So she basically was never coming back. And then, of course, the new host couldn't shut their mouth, and it got into drama with a much popular YouTuber. And it became a whole mess about... I don't exactly remember what it was about, but it actually had to do with girlfriends, too. The guy was talking about how his girlfriend's abusive or something. He got canceled, and the Pizza Party podcast ended. And that was the start of the Pizza Party podcast. It had 150 good episodes, and then tragedy struck, and it went down real quickly. I will say though, I do like Pan, I do like Jim, and I do like Izzy. Yeah, I do respect them. So, but also I respect Jake, who had nothing to do with any of this. It was all Daft's fault. I think I don't even know who Daft is that well. I kind of don't know much about the new people who are on there, but I will say, at that point, it wasn't funny. It wasn't really interesting to listen to. And that was my Pizza Party podcast history of the drama.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, mine's just mild. It's kind of went from 3 hosts to 2 hosts to 4 hosts now.
Yeah.
Which bringing Brandon Herrera and Fat Electrician, and then bringing back Donut Operator was kind of a good choice on their part. Because they all kind of have the highest rated episodes. And now that they're all four there together, it's great. But there are other podcasts I watch.
And there are other I listen to. I don't watch them. I listen to them, Ricky. What are you watching a podcast for, brother?
Oh, because some of them have video.
Oh, yeah. We don't. We're too good for that shit.
Like, Distractable is an interesting one to watch.
What's it about? I never heard of it.
Oh, it's Markiplier, Bob, and Wade.
Okay.
And it's
Drunk Minecraft without the alcohol in the Minecraft?
pretty much. Now, you wouldn't believe it, but the alcohol made him smarter.
Wow.
And then there's the Goons podcast, which is just the
Goon Squad.
Basically, it's just there is no coherent, intelligent life in the Goon podcast, and I love it.
Okay.
It's 100% just genuine, off the rails. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on right now.
Okay, so 2 podcasts I should probably listen to.
Yeah, and I've kind of listened to Steve-O's podcast and all that, but just that's if he has somebody on there I actually care about, which it's been a fucking while.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it.
I got a lot. I probably won't name them all. And I should mention right now, none of these podcasts are involved with us. We've just been name dropping them. So sorry if they don't like us name dropping them.
I mean, good recommendations if you want to watch a podcast.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I mean, we only got 2 episodes and we're pretty terrible. So if we're all you listen to, then find someone better. It's just, we're not funny.
If you're here, fucking why?
You know what's so funny? Oh, I don't know if I should say it. I'm going to say it. When I was advertising this, there's a few meme pages I'm kind of popular on. Mm-hmm. If you couldn't tell, I might be a virgin. But one of them, I forgot that the guy in charge of it is deaf. Mm-hmm. And so I was advertising the podcast on their Discord. And everyone was cool with it, but the guy was like, damn, I wish I could listen.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you fucking don't. Why would you want to listen to this shit?
I thought I made a joke like, oh, we'll get video and we'll do sign language. We should hire someone to be an interpreter.
Oh, sign language. Yeah, that's all we know.
That's all I know. But the other podcast I listened to recently is the Blah podcast, which is Rusty and Mike from Rogue Media. They do a retrospective review of every single King of the Hill episode, and they're on season 5 at the moment.
Sounds like that podcast is a means to the end, because they're going to run out of content eventually.
They are. But how they do it is they do 2 weeks. They do two episodes a week. First episode is the Monday episode, which is like them actually reviewing the episode. Like I said, I think they're on like season 5, episode 7 at the moment as of recording. Mm-hmm. And then Fridays they're like bullshit episode where they just kind of have a topic and try to go into it for about 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. They're pretty cool. I was actually on one of their podcasts. If you could understand a word I fucking said on it. They called me, and I was kind of stupid. I chose to use my cell phone, and it sounds terrible. But I talked about the books of King of the Hill, which I own. They're over there somewhere. The book. Well, one of the books is actual a King of Hill book, and the other one's a Playboy.
Good excuse. Good excuse.
Yeah, that's the reason. Listen, no one my age would own a Playboy, alright? We have this thing right here, right in front of me, recording us.
Kind of scared.
Kinda.
Is this where you're gonna, like, knock me out and do butt stuff?
No, Ricky. I was gonna say something, but it was gonna make it worse. Yeah. But... yeah, those are my big 2 podcasts, so I'm just going to name off some of the others I listen to. the Joe Pera Talks You to Sleep podcast. I think that's what it's called. It's a monthly podcast. It's about 30 minutes, and it's just Joe Pera talking about a random subject. He has like an interview usually with someone else. It's very calming, nothing crazy. There's an episode where he went to Ireland and talked about Ireland. There's one where he talked about the future, which that one kind of gets crazy. There's one in Halloween where I think he talked a little bit about ghost stories. And that one I went on a rabbit hole on. Should I talk about the rabbit hole that I went on?
There's a lot of rabbit holes I've gotten from a couple podcasts, so yeah, good. Shoot.
So the Halloween one about ghost stories, the guy was talking about New York. Oh, we brought New York up again. But he was talking about New York ghost stories, and I thought about something right then and there. I thought about the most significant event in New York history and ghost stories. So,
No.
I decided to see if there are any September 11th ghost stories.
God damn it.
And there are a few.
Well, it's been a good 2 episodes.
What? Nothing too offensive. I mean, depending on what you count as offensive.
Shoot.
Okay, so we'll do the pre-9/11 ghost stories and then post-9/11 ghost stories. So pre-9/11, apparently one of the towers was haunted.
Well, the ghost got there a little fucking early, wouldn't you say?
Well, there were some incidents in the buildings before 9/11. The big one is that there was the parking lot bombing of the 90s. So there was a bombing a few years before 9/11. And so this story, I don't know how true it is. I just heard it, so you know. I heard it off the internet. It has to be true. Like Abraham Lincoln said, it has to be true.
I wouldn't trust a goddamn thing Abraham Lincoln said.
But the stories are that the women's restroom was haunted by a male ghost and creeped on women while they were going to the bathroom.
That's a fucking good cover-up. God damn.
And the story, this comes from a security guard who worked there who said that he had to check the women's room because women would complain about seeing a weird guy in there. Which, I mean, I guess if I was a ghost, I mean, it'd be kind of stinky, but, you know, I'm a sick pervert.
God damn it. Well, it's been a good 2 episodes.
Hey. Uh-oh, never mind. But the story goes, this security guard, he worked overnights. Fun. And he said on September 10th, 2001, this bathroom ghost was acting more unruly and, like, slamming doors all around the floor he was on. And he apparently was like, yeah, there's some weird shit going on. And then he went to bed and woke up the next morning and 9/11 happened. So maybe the ghost was trying to warn people or trying to find a way out. I don't know, but there's that one.
With that many ghosts, do you think there's like ghost gang warfare?
Can they call them the Bloods if they don't have any?
God damn it.
They can call them the Crips still, kinda. Or the Crips with a Y and an R. Well, yeah. Crips already has an R in it. I've been diagnosed with an R in it too.
Yeah.
Autism. Like you didn't take that joke very well.
That hurt my brain.
So that's basically all the pre-9/11 ghost stories. Post 9/11, this one is kind of sad, and I think it has more to do with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the first responders does talk about how during 9/11 he thought he saw like a ghost, and then after it he has like nightmares of that same ghost haunting him, and is apparently someone he thinks he saw die on the tower. So I don't know. I think that more PTSD, but he says he still sees it almost on a nightly basis. That's just a sad one. Another one, this one has to do with a cleanup worker. So when 9/11 happened, there was a lot of debris, and they had to put it in a field somewhere. And so during transport, it was just kind of all over the place from getting to point A to point B. And his cleanup worker talked about how he was, once again, on overnight shift. He would walk around, make sure there's no trespassers. He talked about stories about how he would find limbs in the rubble, where he would walk around, step on something squishy, and he'd pull out like a finger or a foot or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he talked about one day he saw a trespasser and turned the flashlight on and walked up to him and saw that he was like a pure black figure. And then it disappeared, I guess. And he says to this day he thinks that it was some body in the rubble and its spirit.
Yeah. Actually, I've done work on for a couple drivers that were actually hauling end dump in that whole situation.
9/11?
No, the cleanup.
Oh, cleanup work. Okay.
Where they were taking the semi trucks down there and coming up with rubble.
Mm-hmm.
And they still to this day won't pull end dump or anything. Like they won't even go back to New York.
Okay.
Like
Fair enough.
It was too eerie of a feeling, too much of a thing for them to handle.
Creepy. Yeah.
There's actually one that just completely quit driving for like 10 years after that.
Didn't you... I guess there was one other 9/11 story. I don't like this one as much, but I guess I'll talk about it. But do you want to talk about your weird ghost incident where you had like weird Egyptian artifacts on a truck or something?
Oh yeah, that one was fucking weird.
Go ahead.
So there's this guy hauling weird artifacts between museums, and truck did not do what truck was supposed to do. Truck was all kinds of fucked up. And front to back diagnostics, everything. Truck was fucking fine. I swear to fuck, this truck was in better than perfect health. And things just fucking lights were going off, dash was do 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 do.
And it was, what was it, Holland? Was it Egyptian or?
Some weird shit from a museum.
Okay. You made it sound more spooky than I remember.
I don't remember. You're talking about details from a truck like 4 years ago.
Okay. Well, the last 9/11 ghost story I heard, this one I don't like as much, but it has to do with a hotel that faces where the Twin Towers were. And reportedly, if you wake up around early in the morning, you can see what is like disembodied heads floating around where the tower used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, there's another weird one where apparently it's like a ghost plane will go towards the World Trade Center at the Freedom Tower at exactly the time 9/11 happened, if you look out the window, supposedly. But those are all the 9/11 ghost stories I heard. Thanks, Joe Parra. He had nothing to do with this. He just had ghost stories from New York, and I was like, what are 9/11 ghosts all about? Are there 9/11? And then there were, apparently. So let's talk about a different podcast. There is the official podcast with Critical and the other guys I all forgot the name of. I listened to the official podcast, but it's very generic.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain.
Everything that Critical does is just very generic.
I like Critical. He seems like a cool dude, but I don't know. It's like the most vanilla podcast I ever heard. I listened to it just because there's nothing better to listen to, and it's okay. But I do like the spin-offs. The first one is called Criminally Stupid, which is the new name.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess the old name? It's called Podophiles, where they would do readings of How to Catch a Predator chat logs.
Mm-hmm.
that one gets crazy, but they had to change the name from Podophiles to Criminally Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see why.
They said, advertise this podcast, say listen to Podophiles, and then say no, it's anti-pedophile, not pro. The other one is The Red Thread with Wendigoon. That one I like. Well, you couldn't tell by my ghost stories, I like myths and urban legends and shit like that.
I like history.
Okay.
AKA Fat Electrician.
Another podcast is called Lateral with Tom Scott who, like I just said earlier, left YouTube. It's basically like a game show, sort of, where they ask a weird question and then you kind of have to figure out what it randomly means. Like, it's a very strange question. What are you doing? Trying to grab my seatbelt? Oh, he's putting him... Oh, we never mentioned we're on a school bus right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a school bus seat. School bus seat. We're not on a school bus. Shit. We're on a leather school bus seat.
Yeah.
We're on the short bus today.
Yeah.
Another King of the Hill podcast. There are like 6 King of the Hill podcasts.
There cannot be that much content in one show.
A lot of them don't even finish the first season, funny enough. But I also listen to a podcast called The Hill Kings, which is a very memey King of the Hill podcast where every single King of the Hill podcast, all they do is review the episodes. And the last one I bring up in that, there was a really old one from years ago called Ho Yeah, where 2 women talk about King of the Hill episodes.
Oh, God.
Okay. There's also Talking GTA with Hugo One, where he talks about GTA news and subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Neat dude. I actually just made a phone call to him the other day because he has like a phone line.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to hear that. I also called into Bois the other day, so hopefully I'll hear that too. Because they now have a phone line where you can call and send them random messages. Maybe something we should think of eventually, if I figure out how that works.
Just have a random phone that rings all the goddamn time.
Oh, God.
Why are you bitches so goddamn retarded?
Damn, motherfucker, damn. But yeah, I have a whole list of podcasts. I'm just going through. Oh, Till Death Do Us Blart. Every year on Thanksgiving, these idiots watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and have to review it and try to explain it. And I want to steal this idea. I'm not going to spoil it, but I do want to have an idea for a Till Death Do Us Blart, but it's not Paul Blart and it's not Thanksgiving. In fact, it's a holiday coming up, Ricky. I told you about this. Did you forget? You just remember?
I kind of forget, but I know the general gist. I just don't remember the holiday.
What's next month?
Why is that kind of perfect?
I know. But that was my idea for a pod. You also had an idea for a podcast we should do eventually. Do you want to explain that?
Yes. Okay. Essentially, it's not a complete rip off another podcast, but it's close to fucking enough.
We can rip podcast off. Who are we?
But it's basically me having mechanical knowledge and Anthony being kind of a fucking idiot, kind of dumbass.
Yeah, if I didn't look stupid enough. Do you have an idea for a title for yet or no?
No.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out. But basically, it's just Ricky talking about cars and how their mechanics work, and then I'm like the straight man. I'm like you, the audience, who are like, hey, what do the brakes do?
Yeah, it's basically me trying to teach Anthony car and semi stuff. Yeah, that's basically it. And the hilarity that ensues when he doesn't fucking understand and I get angry.
Yeah. Oh, there is a podcast I forgot to mention. This is the podcast. I think it might be my favorite, other than the Pizza Party podcast. I think I like this one more than the Pizza Party podcast. This one is called Jar Media, or Jarcast. It has to do with I Hate Everything and his friends or family. I don't know their relation. And it's a very British show, but it's really funny. I like it. They're just really, well, they're kind of jaded, but they're just kind of weird meme guys. I think it's real fun. There's a Chicago-based podcast I listen to called the Blackstreet Boys. I don't know why I listen to them. Not for any race reasons. I promise. But just because a lot of the stuff they talk about is stuff I don't care about, like modern artists. Have you ever heard of Ice Spice?
No.
Me neither, but she's apparently some big rapper lady. There's Chuckle Nuts, the TF2 podcast that barely gets updated. Just like TF2 itself.
Yeah.
Regular Car Reviews used to have a podcast.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't upload to it much anymore. The last two I'll bring up is Schmucks, which is Psychic Pebbles podcast that lasted 6 episodes. And Sleepy Cabin, probably the funniest podcast I ever listened to. Where it's a bunch of Newground animators, including Psychic Pebbles and Oni and Spaz Kid and Tomar and all those people. They just shoot the shit, and they're really funny. They have great chemistry. A lot of crazy shit happened in that podcast. I'm sad it's over and it's never coming back because there's people kind of split into factions from one side to the other. I'm not sure the drama exactly. But yeah. My favorite stories on there definitely had to do with the water people. The water people of Missouri.
Why is there so much crazy shit out of Missouri?
I don't know.
I swear, Missouri, Ohio, and Florida.
Misery. I call it Missouri.
Missouri, Ohio, and Florida. That's the craziest fucking shit happened.
Yeah. But I think that's all the podcasts I listen to, basically. There's one more called, like, the Bebop Beat, but I don't care to mention that. There's not much to say. The review of Cowboy Bebop. Did I do my intro? I hope I did.
God damn it. I'm glad it's episode 2, but I know it's going to be the same at episode 200.
Yes, it is. But that's all the podcast. Music. Ricky, do you listen to music? Yes. No, me neither. The end.
God damn it.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to talk about music very well. I'm kind of musically retarded. So if you want to kind of set this up for me, if you have any ideas.
You want to go genre by genre? Or
Okay.
Okay, let's start with the ranty one first.
The ranty one. Which is the ranty one?
The fucking country.
Oh, country. I like... I sort of like older country, but sometimes it's definitely a hit or miss for me.
Yeah. All the older stuff that was, well, fucking good.
Yeah.
But there is some newer good stuff. I mean,
Don't say it.
What?
Go ahead. Don't say it. Go ahead.
Like, you won't hear it on the radio or anything, but like Tyler Childers,
I don't know who that is.
Sturgill Simpson.
I don't know who... Bart Simpson?
No.
Don't Have a Cowman. Don't Have a Cowman could make a real good country song.
Sturgill Simpson, Coulter Wells. He's Canadian, but he's real good. And all stuff like that.
Well, I think we're ignoring the most prevalent, Wheeler Walker Jr. He's country, in my opinion.
Yeah, but also no, but also... Interestingly enough, Sturgill Simpson is kind of responsible for Willard Walker Jr.
I'm kind of curious how.
They're kind of... The guy that does Willard Walker Jr., obviously that's not his real goddamn name. Was actually good buddies with Sturgill Simpson. And they went like, hey, I'm a comedian. I'm doing nothing right now. I haven't done anything in the last 10 years. I want to try this. And Sturgill Simpson went, okay, let's fucking do it.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know any current country, honestly. I know back when we were a couple years younger, you had an Church Uprising, and I thought you were going to bring him up, but I can't stand that guy.
Nah, he's getting a little weird.
Oh, just now?
Yeah, he's still good. Just a little out there. And,
Upchurch has made the song I think I hate the most. It's that Johnny Cash Back in Black song where he just screams back. Does he just scream Back in Black or Johnny Cash or something? I don't remember. It's just really annoying, I thought.
I don't remember.
I guess
I don't remember that song.
Oh, you used to listen to that for like 2 weeks straight, and I was like, God damn it. Because this is back when I had to get rides from you. Don't take that out of context. Ricky's not riding me. I'm not riding him. We're not playing piggyback while recording the podcast.
Oh, we're strangely enough, we have the first Grand Ole Opry member with face tattoos.
Who's that?
Jelly Roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that happened. I guess there's really not much to say of country other than the majority of the stuff, new stuff sucks.
I was going to talk about Love's, back when I worked at Love's. Oh, boy. I liked being a barista and sitting around doing nothing, but, man, I wish they would have a better soundtrack to listen to.
And would you believe it's the same soundtrack today?
I can believe it.
They never fucking changed it.
It's
the same, 5 songs.
There was one song that was super out of place in that whole thing. They had Jerry Lee Lewis, Ball of Fire, and I was like, this is the weirdest song to have, because it's all modern country, then all of a sudden, Great Balls of Fire, which isn't barely a country song. It's more rock, in my opinion.
Even that is different.
Oh man, I think actually Loves might have the worst song I ever heard. I don't remember what it was called, but it was this country song that started with this really weird techno beat. I can't even explain it. I don't remember how it went. It's literally the worst thing I remember.
Yeah, don't remember.
Of
course, I wasn't in the store a lot.
Oh, lucky you. Oh man, we definitely COVID stories. That should be a fun topic, maybe. Well,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
We have a topic book somewhere. I think I lost it. Oh,
God damn it. Why do you suck at this in every single goddamn way you could possibly suck at this? I'm about ready to fucking take control over this son of a bitch.
Oh, I found it. I just flipped to a really funny page in my notepad. Okay, first page is his movies that I didn't watch. Second page is just fuck you. I wrote fuck you on a piece of paper.
God damn it.
Opened it to that page. But yeah, old country, Waylon's cool, Cash is cool, Merle Haggard's cool, Johnny Paycheck's cool.
David Allan Coe.
Hank Jr. and Sr.
Mm-hmm.
Patsy Cline's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to listen more to Dolly Parton, because the only song I know about her is Jolene.
She has other songs?
I know. She actually recorded one of the most famous songs in the world, and then someone stole it and made it even more popular. Whitney Houston.
Didn't she die?
Yeah, she died.
Kind of take the Elvis way out and die on the shitter?
She died in a bathtub.
Oh, close enough.
Close enough. I mean, to be fair, she probably did shit in that bathtub.
God damn it.
Should we talk about shit stories? Would that be a fun topic?
Possibly. Okay, what genre are we going next?
Rock, maybe?
Yeah, that'll work.
I feel like rock's hard to talk about because there's so many subgenres in it.
Yeah, there's so many places we can go with this one. I'm just gonna calculate it all into one. Anything that's rock, metal, or rock-like.
My two favorite are probably Tom Petty.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I think I talked about it last time, but when I heard Tom Petty in GTA 6 in that trailer, I kind of ignored the trailer the first time I watched it and just listened to it. I was like, damn. I didn't expect that. Because it's from my favorite album, Full Moon Fever. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love that album. And the other one's Pink Floyd. I went into a Pink Floyd fit about a year ago.
Yeah.
You?
Pink Floyd, Motley Crue, Led Zeppelin.
Oh, Led Zeppelin. I listened to a few other songs. Not that many, honestly.
Black Sabbath. Ozzy. God damn it. We had to say that one. Those two together. ZZ Top.
Ooh, ZZ Top. That's a good one. I guess Queen, kinda.
Queen's good.
I don't know. I like Queen a lot, but recently, I don't know. I just haven't been feeling it recently. I don't know. It's like when a Queen song plays, it's like, maybe I can skip this one today. I don't know why I'm feeling that all of a sudden.
Count Elton John.
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, he had that whole thing with Harley, but
That was a...
yeah, that was a shit show.
Tell him that story. Because I only know, like, what you told me of it.
So, back in 2003, the 100th anniversary of Harley Davidson, they didn't tell a bunch of bikers who was playing. It was just like, biggest rock star ever, gonna be here. It's a surprise, biggest rock star.
Biggest cock star.
Surprise on who's gonna be there. So, with 1,000 bikers there, thousands of bikers, everybody's excited. Who's gonna play? Is it gonna be someone? Is it gonna be? Did they get Sabbath back together? Did they get? I don't know. Is it Jackal? Who is it? Curtains go up and it's fucking Elton John. It was a mass exit. People fucking left.
I respect Elton John, but he is not the person for a Harley show.
That's really not Elton John's fault either. It was an oversight on Harley.
They could have started with someone better at least.
They could have had literally anyone else.
I mean, Elton John could show up, but I don't think he should have been the main guy.
Yeah, why would you have... it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it could have had Meatloaf.
I didn't think it could get worse. Goddamn, you made it get worse. And it's gotten sort of better, but not exactly better, because I had Green Day last year.
Oh, God. I don't care much for Green Day.
I fucking hate Green Day.
They had one good album.
No, they didn't.
No, Green Day was in an episode of King of the Hill. I didn't know this till recently.
Yeah, they never had anything good. I fucking hate Green Day.
Do you like the Simpsons movie where they all drown?
Yes.
Let me think of more rock. I just gotta think. Smash Mouth, I guess that rock maybe. I kind of like them, kind of.
I'm working with a guy that's actually going to end up going on tour with a band.
Yeah? Shout him out.
I don't know the name of the band.
God damn it, Ricky. You're almost as bad as me at this point. Jeez.
I didn't think the information was important. All I heard is, I'm going to be out a month or so. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm never going to leave this fucking truck.
Oh, Tom Jones. That's a cool-ass motherfucker right there. He's a bit old, but still cool.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
The Offspring.
Yeah.
See, I think when it comes to like 90s rock, I don't think me and Ricky like it that much, but I think The Offspring might be the one exception. Something about them. They're fun.
Okay, unpopular opinion, this might be the one that gets us canceled.
Oh no.
Fucking Nirvana.
Not that great, in my opinion.
Is way overrated.
I agree.
It's only still popular because Kurt Cobain decided he wanted to suck off a shotgun.
I don't disagree. I think you could have worded it nicer. Oh, that's my favorite rock song.
God damn it.
That's Ricky's phone, by the way. Professional.
I'll call you back.
Was it?
That's Dad.
Oh, we could have paused. I can just hit pause and it pauses.
Oh. So you think I could have worded that better?
Yeah, probably, but hey.
Slipknot's good.
I never really listened to them.
I don't think it'd be your... I don't know. You might like it. Metallica, Motley Crue.
Guns N' Roses is okay. I think they're a little overrated, though. Same thing with AC/DC. That might kill me, but I want to say it.
I mean, they're all better than fucking Ted Nugent.
Oh, well, yeah. Fuck Ted Nugent.
I hate Ted Nugent for so many fucking reasons.
I barely know him, and I hate him.
I hate him for so many goddamn reasons. You would be surprised.
Also, Bon Jovi. He's kind of overrated, but I like him a little bit.
I mean, at least he hasn't done anything terrible in his life.
Who, Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
For the most part, he's lived a pretty clean-cut life.
He has.
I don't know how.
I don't know. I'm just going through my playlist. I'm just seeing any
Is
names.
this just gonna devolve into people we fucking hate again?
Oh, ELO, Electric Light Avenue Orchestra. They're cool.
Let's see. Kiss was never that good.
There's a few Kiss songs I like. But I don't know if I like them as a band. Especially Gene Simmons is kind of a prick.
Yeah. He can't actually play bass. He's the bass player on a big band. He can't actually play.
This might be kind of controversial. I don't know if this is considered rock, but I definitely think Rick James has some rock songs. Rock-inspired songs. I like his music. He's a cool-ass dude. Well, until he did that one thing.
And Pantera's better than Metallica. Always has been. Always will be.
Metallica's always kind of been mid.
Yeah.
Of course, I only listen to like 2 of their songs.
I mean, they have good songs, but again, Pantera's better.
Supertramp, I got into them a little bit. They're cool. I think I'm out of people. I'm just kind of scrolling still.
Yeah, we have no direction for this episode.
Oh, Leonard Skinner! How the fuck could we forget about
The
them?
best band there ever was.
Yeah. Is there any more genres that exist? I don't know them.
We're just gonna end up getting the subgenre. What is like a genre you like?
Ooh, this one's kind of weird. I got like not too big into it, but I got like weirdly into disco music, and I found it like really fun to drive to. Like it's a bit of an overrated song, but Disco Inferno. Like listen to that driving down the interstate just feels right. It's hard to explain. Rock the Boat. Don't rock the boat. No, I kind of like that song. Yeah.
Horse with No Name.
Horse with No Name. That's good. There's some music I just don't know the genre of.
Yeah. There's Jim Croce.
Jim Croce, one of my favorite songwriters, one of my favorite musicians. I haven't listened to him as much recently, but I love the dude. May he rest in peace. Damn.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot. I'll listen to a little bit of him, but yeah.
And only people only know the boat song.
Pretty much.
That's all I'm gonna say is the fucking boat song. He has way better music, but the boat song. Fucking PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser.
Fucking it keeps taking my goddamn attention.
Oh, I thought you got confused with the band. I was like, oh, what the fuck are you
That'd
talking
be
about?
a terrible fucking band.
That'd be a great name. We're the PT Cruisers.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, but I have one big problem.
Is it the lead singer guy?
No.
Oh, he's kind of a prick.
I'm fucking getting tired of hearing every fucking day of my life. I've heard this fucking song.
I know it's
I'm getting I am absolutely done with hearing fucking Fortunate Son.
Fortunate Son is a very overdone song. At this point in my life, it's become a sound other than a song. It's one of the CCR songs I actually kind of skip over.
Yes.
Every other song of theirs is amazing. Fortunate Son, overrated.
Yeah.
Favorite will actually be... Oh, fuck. Heard It Through the Grapevine, which is a Marvin Gaye song, but their cover of it's fantastic.
No, I don't really get into CCR.
Okay. All you heard is Fortunate Son and it pissed you off and makes your
Yes.
blood boil?
And his voice sounds the same in every song.
It
so
does.
It's just like, fuck, I hate Fortunate Son so much I don't want to listen to CCR anymore.
Fair enough. So, also, like, people I've noticed don't understand the lyrics of Fortunate Son.
I don't give a fuck about the lyrics. Oh, actually, Run for the Jungle's
Ooh,
Run Through the
yeah,
Jungle's good.
That's a good one.
Like,
Go ahead.
can we just have the fuck Fortunate Son episode?
Okay.
Giving all the reasons we hate it.
the thing about Run Through the Jungle, this is gonna sound weird, but I had this idea for a video game, and I actually had an idea for a trailer, and it would use Run Through the Jungle as the song. I'm not going to say what my video game idea is. I already said it somewhere else, probably.
But you gotta understand the stupidity of Run Through the Jungle. They released it while the Vietnam War was happening. They're like, it's not about the Vietnam War. Yes, it is, yes, you fucking prick.
Another one. This is a weird one because this band is like beloved but also underrated. Grateful Dead. I started listening to them last year.
Driving a train. On cocaine.
Okay. Yeah, they were pretty good. I'm gonna say I fuck with Frank Sinatra. I like his music. I wouldn't fuck him. I don't think he'd let me. But
I mean, given that he's fucking...
he's dead, so I can do whatever I want to him. Is that what you're saying, Ricky?
You know he got buried with a bottle of Jack Daniels?
He also got buried with dimes in his pocket. You ever heard that story? No. Well, do you want to talk about your Jack Daniels? And then...
No, Frank Sinatra was buried with a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Oh, is that all you know?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the dime story is a weird one. Frank Sinatra had, like, OCD or something, and the story gets weird. This is more evidence that Frank Sinatra was somehow in the mob, but Frank Sinatra Jr., his son, got kidnapped. Like, actually kidnapped. And it also might have been his wife, too. I don't remember, but I remember it's his son. And he would have to call the kidnappers through a payphone for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so he'd keep dimes on him. So he'd go to the payphone and just put endless amounts of dimes in. 'Cause I guess it was a dime payphone instead of a quarter payphone. And just kept calling. Yeah, eventually he got his son back.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently just kind of kept that for the rest of his life with just putting dimes in his pocket.
Weird dude.
Frank Sinatra, yes he was. He died on the day Seinfeld ended, and he had like a record of like shortest ambulance trip time, because everyone was at home watching the finale of Seinfeld, or Friends, I think it was Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, ambulance got there and had barely any traffic in the way.
But he did have mob connections because he played Las Vegas back in the day, and him and JFK were actually good friends.
Yeah. A lot of people think that Sinatra was somewhat behind the assassination. Do we have to do a whole episode dedicated to JFK conspiracies?
There is no conspiracy. It was a goddamn mob hit, and the CIA just went like, yeah, we did it, because they didn't want to look fucking stupid.
Okay.
The guy that killed him had connections to the mob. The guy that killed that guy had connections to the mob.
Yes. I know.
It sounds like you've heard this before.
I have. You're not the first person, but I have.
Well, yeah, that's what happened.
But Oswald's connections are very loose, but they were there.
Yeah. He was indebted to the mob.
I got another guy, singer dude. Charlie Daniels band's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think... Oh, Blaze Foley, underrated. I learned about him because of Tales of the Tour Bus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just scrolling through names. Jerry Reed. Great actor and great music talent.
The best guitarist in country music. I will take no questions on that.
Oh, we didn't say anything about Elvis.
Died on the shitter.
He's kind of
kind of a bitch.
Kind of overrated, but whatever.
I mean, he had musical
He had
talent.
some good music.
He had some music.
They stole.
Yeah, he had a lot. He stole a lot of good music.
David Bowie. David Bowie is the guy I like. I like a lot of his songs. I just haven't listened to a lot of him. I want to listen to more of him.
Actually, interesting story about Jerry Reed and Elvis.
Go ahead.
So, Jerry Reed wrote Guitar Man.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Reed was taking a couple days off because, well, he did a lot of work. And
a lot of drugs.
Jerry Reed didn't do drugs. But no, it's
Probably a little bit.
But Elvis was in town recording a country album. So, he wanted to do Guitar Man.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't get a hold of Jerry Reed, couldn't find Jerry Reed, couldn't do any. So fucking Fatty McFucknuts sent a search party out to the river that Jerry Reed liked to fish off of.
Yeah.
They found him because no one could do the guitar lick like Jerry Reed did. They brought him back still in his fishing clothes, covered in mud. And typically, you had to be well dressed and cleaned up to do anything with Elvis.
Yeah. Well, it's Jerry. He's not doing that.
It's Jerry Reed. He's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah.
And he comes in there. Of course, he was a little rusty. The guitar wasn't tuned right. He tuned the guitar and everything and got back to everything. Did it all in one take. And then it came with all the conditions of Elvis doing your song. You're supposed to sign the rights over to him, and you get a small percentage.
There's another artist who had a similar experience, but go ahead.
A small percentage of what the song would do. Jerry Reed went like, nope, not fucking doing that. They went, okay, we're just going to scrap it and everything. They kept trying to talk to Jerry Reed. He's like, nope. I wrote the song. I did the work. I had to come in and play the guitar because none of you guys could fucking do it. And, I guess Elvis threw such a fit that they basically let Jerry Reed have his way. Like, Jerry Reed didn't care. Like, Elvis wants the song, you get it with my terms.
Well, the other one I know was Dolly Parton did a song that Elvis wanted to cover, and Dolly never had a problem with Elvis, but she fucking hated Colonel.
Yeah.
For fair reasons.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the song ever happened or what it was, but all because Colonel was, no one likes that motherfucker.
But it was so bad. I know Dolly Parton was just, nope, end the conversation.
You mean Jerry Reed?
No, Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, okay.
Like, nope, end the conversation, never got brought up again. Jerry Reed, like, was to the point where he was like, nope, and walking out, and Elvis threw a fit, and it's just like, okay, we're gonna go off your terms this once. And, yeah, because Jerry Reed really just did not care.
Yeah?
Did not care a bit.
I had another Elvis story. I forgot what it was, though. Oh, well.
He was a bitch.
Oh, yeah, Alex Cooper. Alice Cooper almost shot Elvis.
You know, it would have been... You know how weird history would have been if that's how it went down?
Yeah. Did you ever hear about the stories of Elvis trying to be a superhero?
He was a weird fucking
He was
dude.
a weird dude. I don't like him, but I wish I could have got one of those pink Cadillacs. I'll be honest, I would have accepted it.
Yeah. Oh, he gave people cars all the time. It wasn't just pink Cadillacs.
Oh, yeah. Another thing, Frank Sinatra loved, like, fast food hamburgers, and he would tip, like, almost $1,000 if you were really nice to him. Here's an artist that I like, but I don't think I should. Bob Dylan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can barely understand a word he says, but I like his music, and I don't know why, 'cause it's not the best sounding things, but
Yeah.
I like it. But I don't know if I have any more. Oh, Daft Punk. Love Daft Punk.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Daft Punk. Daft Punk, they go through a lot of different genres. I'm sad they're gone. They split up. They broke up.
Mm-hmm.
No more fisting in the Robo Room. Just going through names. I'm not seeing anything that pops out. Oh, we didn't even say Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Jerry Lewis, who directed The Day the Clown Cried.
What a lifetime with fucking Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis, who married his cousin and 4 other women.
and shot at a bunch of people. And crashed the gates of Graceland to kill Elvis.
He did do that. He didn't succeed, unfortunately.
Well, the story's murky on what actually fucking happened. All we know is
it did happen.
It did happen.
Oh, I had a name. I just forgot it. Nujabes. You know, we didn't talk about any more modern artists, but Nujabes, he's kind of new. He's also dead, so he's not new no more, I guess. But I think this is probably about time. Yeah. We're going to have to say goodbye. But there's some of our music. It's not, you know... a lot of people who either work together or know each other, we don't really listen to anyone too left field, I think. Or at least I don't.
I mean, there's probably more I listen to that I can't remember offhand.
There's a lot of people I listen to, and then I realize I only listen to like 2 of their songs.
Yeah.
I need to be better at that. I've actually made up like a playlist of albums I should like actually fucking listen to. But, you know, so much media, not enough time to consume it.
Now here's the important question.
Oh, we ended with another question?
We can mow this one over for a week if you want.
No, I mean, we'll just ask and we'll see.
Okay, 70s ZZ Top or 80s ZZ Top?
It's hard, but I think I have to go with 80s.
I more prefer the 70s when it was the bluesy southern rock and roll.
Okay.
More of that style. Because that's really, really what I like is...
I mean, who was it? Stevie
Ray Vaughan.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Steamy Ray Vaughan.
George Thornburg and the Destroyers.
We never even... Oh, I had a name and I fucking forgot it.
Even a bit of Skinner's kind of that style.
Yeah, a little bit. I had a name and I just forgot it. I was going to say someone else that was important. I lost it. Shit.
Even Jackal has a lot of that style.
Mm-hmm. I'm not too familiar with Jackal.
Oh, honestly, that's going to be like in the top 10 of my favorite bands.
Ooh, that's maybe what we can save for next time. Like, put top 5 artists.
Mm-hmm.
Just artists, can be band or just person. But probably something we just talked about, though, so,
yeah.
You know.
But yeah, that'd be definitely a much later episode.
But, I guess as we're ending this, let me get the order. So here's where we talk about any questions, any comments we received. And I got 1, 2, sorta. Neither of them were questions. I should have asked more people to ask questions. But if you do have any questions, type it in the comments below. And we also have an email that I check on a weekly basis. So if you have any long or personal questions, and you can ask us anything. Fuck, this is Ramblin Cast. But our email will be in the description. But it is ramblincast, no G, just ramblincast, one word, 69@gmail.com.
God damn it.
So ramblincast69@gmail.com. But our comment was, why did I draw our characters so ugly? And it's because we're ugly people, and this is my first time like drawing digitally, honestly. Mm-hmm. I usually draw with pencil and paper, and I don't really understand how digital art works, I'll be honest with you. So that's why it's kind of ugly. Also, we're just unprofessional, so...
Yeah, listen to the fucking podcast. We're unprofessional. Neither of us know what the fuck we're doing. We'll figure it out. It's the second cast. Get the fuck over it.
True. And someone also did defend me and say that it's a podcast, you know, it's for listening, not looking. And just said that it's whatever.
Wait, people listen to that shit?
We got 22 listeners, and at least 5 of them listened through the whole thing. And one of them was me, so 4 of them listened through the whole thing. Because I listened to this on my other channel at work.
Okay, so,
you know, we had a few listeners. Most people dropped out. For some reason, I noticed a lot of people dropped out around just a little past an hour, like an hour and 5 minutes or so.
That's normally when I drop out of a podcast, so it makes sense.
So, yeah, if you have any questions, we have comments and emails. Also, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can actually put timestamps in our videos. YouTube does not allow timestamps unless we have 1,000, and we have like 4.
please subscribe so this dumb shit can learn a thing.
Yeah, I always wanted to try out timestamps. But I guess that'll be our outro. That'll be Ramblin' Cast, Ramblin' from Illinois. You have anything you want to end with?
Did you do the question?
Huh? Oh, the top 5 artists?
Oh, yeah. Question for them.
Oh, you have a question for them? Yeah, what's your top 5 artists? Give us suggestions. I probably won't listen to it, but you know.
Yeah, We'll fucking try our best.
Yeah. But we'll answer our top 5 next week. I'm Anthony. He's doing something right now.
I guess I'm Ricky. That's what I've been told.
That's what he's been told. He's balding. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. He's going to get that bullet. Is that your goal? You wanted a bullet? Bald mullet?
Oh, yeah. Bullet. Yeah.
God damn it, Ricky. And next episode, we got a couple topics we can talk about. We got the news. Hopefully I'm not sure when this will be uploaded, either this Sunday or next Sunday. If I can work really fast this Sunday, because Sunday's today. If I work really slow, it'll be next Sunday.
We tried.
Yeah. Next, I don't know. What you want to go through the topics real quick we have written down? If you guys also want to suggest topics, you can do that.
Please, we don't know what we're doing.
We got childhood movies, King of the Hill, Tales of the Stupidity, which that's you. I don't know what that means.
Oh, Tales of the that's the work stories.
Oh. Well, I also have work stories. School, weird history, stuff we watch right now, YouTubers we like or hate, COVID stories, and Tales of the Bathroom.
Vote in the comments.
Don't vote. We'll just pick one randomly. I'm not sure what to pick yet, but we've been rambling for too long. It's almost been 2 hours, and so we're going to cut it here. Anything?
We will be better planned next week.
No, the fuck we're not. Don't give them that idea.
We were better planned last week, and it was day 1. How did we get worse?
How did we get worse? I don't know. At some point, we just said musical artist names. Just like, yep, that's David Bowie. Yep, that's Queen. Yep.
You never said David Bowie.
I said him once.
Oh.
I said him once.
Maybe.
But this is Dementia on Dementia Cast. Please remember to take your pills. And don't piss your pants.
And always remember, get your pets and weird relatives spayed and neutered.
Bye!